The time has come for us to rescue our president. I'm sure you all saw when the senator said to see the president, the cabal will ask for money. The president needs to be rescued. And the time has come for us to rescue our country. And personally, I'm doing this because of where I was trained. University of Benin, the motto is knowledge for service. So basically, I just want to share my knowledge, and I hope the president will listen. Not like I know he will listen, but I hope he will have the courage because it's obvious that it's eminent that the Americans are going to come in because the island I am right now in the Caribbean is called TNT, and we have the American submarine surrounding this island, this beautiful island. And the president need to realize that his foreign policy is the signal are not really straight. Like most of us don't really understand the. I know the Nigerian foreign policy is Africa as the centerpiece, but I think you guys also need to add the Caribbean to it too because we got a lot of our brothers here. But the major thing is I want to focus on the ambassadorial slot because I know presently you're trying to compile names of ambassadors, and I will tell you the island I am right now, 65% are Christians, 32% are Hindus, and the others, so Muslim is about less than 3%, basically. So my point is, the last ambassador here was a Muslim. So you can imagine it's like putting a round peg in a square hole. So I want to advise the president. I know the normal procedure is the 36 state, the leaders from his party or from our party, because as we have the president as the founding father of this party, same way we are one of the founding members of this party. Because when we joined, it was called AC, which later metamorphosed into ACN, which is default now. And with the amalgamation of AFPP, we used to be APP, and NPDP with the fashion of ABGA and other parties. That's how it metamorphosed to the present name. So I want to recommend that the president should make sure that all the ambassadors are people who are knowledgeable, because we don't want to be having discussion with someone telling them about data mining or data storage using cloud, and the person telling you that, oh, what if it rains? What if because we have seen different people in this government who can we put on the computer, and that's so sad. So we need the president to make sure that all the ambassadors are people who can represent the country, because we are all tired about the embarrassment we're all going through right now. As you can see President Trump holding press meetings everywhere, every day, on the plane, when he's walking on the lawn, so I think the president, since you are the minister of petroleum, also be the minister of information. He's speaking every day, and by now you shouldn't be putting on abada. Put your abada and go into the field. You know, and I want to encourage you to make sure that the ambassadors are people who are grounded. For instance, I would recommend someone who has been here for over, I'm talking about TNT presently, TNT in the Caribbean, where I know someone who has been here, who has an NGO, who has been here for close to 2 decades right now, and is married to a citizen from here, and and she's not just a citizen. She works with the she works with public service, and we all know that the public service is the engine room of a government. Because I don't have a minister talking about having back end, you know, having to go through the back in terms of diplomacy. What else do you want? So we want you to intentionally choose ambassadors. For instance, like you want to choose an ambassador that is going to be representing our country in France. The person should be able to communicate in French, and the person should be a Christian. You understand? And not where, like here, the last ambassador was a Muslim, and that was unfortunate because there was no way, because the government here presently is an Hindu government. I mean, basically, not really Hindu government, but yours. I mean, the leader here is an Hindu worshipper. And so, if you're going to bring anybody here, the person should either be an Hindu worshipper or a Christian, so that when there is time for diplomacy, it's easier and it's smooth. Communication, interaction, and engagement goes on smoothly. Not you bringing people who can't function. Because the last time I went to the embassy, I saw the flag as it torn apart. Someone went to the embassy 2 years ago. The embassy should look like a semi-Aso rock. You know what I mean? We need to make, we need to be intentional about these things. Everything must not be politics. Everything must not be all about politicians. Must not be all about the next election. So you need to get people who are accustomed to the environment, not to bring in someone who don't understand they don't know where he's going, or because of the governor send the name or one of the political leaders send the name and you bring the person on board. So I would recommend you. I will also tell others, those who are in other islands, other countries, recommend people. We all need to unite. We all need to support and help this government. Okay, we all can't be in government, but we should all make sure that we're able to share ideas. Ideas rules the world, and make sure that we take this country to the place it's supposed to be. And secondly, don't make sure you don't bring any corrupt politicians here, because we have the American base not too far from here. We have submarines. We don't want we don't want an ambassador who is connected to any terrorist group, or has any corrupt case with the FCC. We're gonna hand them over to the criminal justice. Okay, they're gonna be tried. And God bless Nigeria.